I'm Lieutenant Sapp, CO of 557th Combat Tracker. We support the 3 brigades of the 101st Airborne Division. Our mission in Vietnam is to regain contact with the enemy. We have teams consisting of 5-man teams, 4 visual trackers and a dog handler, and dog, a Labrador retriever. Our concept was derived from the British, and in fact we were trained by the British in Malaya until recently when we established our own school at Fort Gordon. The team is broken down into team leader, visual tracker, cover man, dog handler, and dog, and another cover man. All except the dog handler are cross-trained in each of the other duties and can assume the other's duty. The dog handler does nothing more than handle the dog. The dog, they were purchased as a Labrador retriever. They were purchased through the British government and trained in Malaya. Because of the types of terrain we work in, each complements the other. In other words, the visual tracker will initially establish the track, and then the dog will be put on. There are terrains in which the visual tracker can be utilized only, but there are also terrains where the dog, because he tracks faster, such as in the lowlands, will be utilized. Our missions come generally during the night when a company has made contact and it has been broken. Either they have been ambushed or they have ambushed the enemy. We will get our call and are tried to be established at first light. A chopper will be laid on and we will be choppered out to the company's area. The team leader will be briefed by the CO as to the events that took place prior to their deployment. The team leader will usually brief the CO as to the limitations of the team and how he wants to support the following behind. We do not operate by ourselves, and we do require support from an element. Because in the canopies in the mountains, there are many times when we cannot be utilized because there is no LZ, and the company does not wish to stop and chop an LZ. Because of this, we have put into our concept the ability to repel, which will get us to the company at first light, irregardless of the terrain. Our concept is derived from the British, and in fact we were trained by the British in Malaya until recently when we established our own school, Fort Gordon. The team is broken down into a team leader, visual tracker, 2 covermen, a dog, and handler. All except the dog and handler are cross-trained to assume each other's duties and do rotate because of the strenuous activity of walking point. Our missions usually come during the dog. Our concept is derived from the British, and in fact we were trained by the British in Malaya until recently we established our own school at Fort Gordon. The team is broken down into a team leader, a visual tracker, 2 covermen, and a dog handler, and a dog, a Labrador retriever. The visual trackers and covermen are cross-trained in each other's duties so that they can assume each other's role during a track. The dog is a Labrador retriever purchased in Great Britain and trained by the British. Because of the different types of terrain we work in, one complements the other. There are certain terrain in which the dog will be utilized more than the visual trackers. Initially, the visual tracker will establish the track, and the dog will then be put on. Our concept is to reestablish contact. Our missions come generally during the night when a company or a platoon will be ambushed or is ambushed or receive mortar fire. We will be deployed at first light by chopper into the company area. Usually the team leader will be briefed as to the situation or the proceedings that happened prior to them getting there. After this, the team leader will brief the company commander as to the team's limitation and how they want the support utilized. There are times, for instance in the mountains, when the team cannot get in. So we have added into our concept the ability to repel. At the present, we are the only tracker team in Vietnam that can repel. Our mission is to regain contact. We have teams on a half-hour standby. But usually, it's during the night that we receive the call, either from a friendly ambush or an enemy ambush, and are deployed at first light. Upon first light, we catch a chopper out to the supporting unit. Upon arrival there, we were briefed by the CO, the platoon leader, as to the situation and the action that took place prior to us coming. The team leader will then tell the supporting unit how he wants the support utilized and that we do not operate by ourselves. We are then taken to the track, and a visual tracker will establish the track and put the dog on if it warrants. There are times that we are required to rappel into a unit because of the lack of an LZ. We have incorporated this into our concept, and at the present are the only team in Vietnam that does this. We stay on the track until we regain contact with the enemy. Upon contact with the enemy, our mission is ended, and the supporting unit will take over.
All right, now, let's just keep the camera running. Go back over that last part again, make it sound like an engine.
Yeah, all right.
Go back to the when did you contact?
All right. Just right. Initial track is established, and you ready now? Once the initial track is started, our job is to track until we regain contact with the enemy. Once we have established the contact with the enemy, our mission has thus ended. Once contact has been reestablished, our job is done, and we return to the company area to wait another mission.
Now, continue the roll. We'll do it again, this time about a third as fast as
Is that right? All right. All right.
Yourself ready? Camera, go when you're ready.
Once contact has been reestablished, our job is done. We return to the company area to wait another mission.